Good day. My name is Mokwati Ramphisa. I am the CEO of Lebowa Wealth Management. We are proud and honored to be part of the Money Smart Week South Africa 2025. So today we'll be discussing financial planning as a whole. Together with financial planning, we'll be discussing using six steps of financial planning to have an effective financial plan. We'll also be discussing the pillars of financial planning, or the components of a financial plan, and of course lastly using a budget as an effective tool for financial planning. So let's start with the six steps of financial planning. The foremost step in financial planning, whether you're in South Africa, whether you're in the UK, or whether you are in the US, is to establish rapport. Understand whether you will have a proper relationship with who you're talking to. So usually an advisor will come to you with a minimum disclosure document, but that is not just all. You just have to feel that relationship and establish not just rapport but also a sense of trust. And of course, it takes us to step two. When you have established trust with your advisor, then you're able to share as much information as possible so that they effect a proper financial solution for you. So this is where the advisor comes and gathers information as to where you are and where you want to be, and then given that information, they'll give you proper recommendations as to what will happen. Now, the third step, of course, will be after the client, your advisor has taken your information, financial position, your income, your expenses, the likes, and what you wish to have. So the advisor will go back, analyze your information, and in order to recommend a proper financial solutions for you. After analyzing your financial information, that's where I come in as your wealth manager or as your advisor, give you recommendations. And that is why having an independent financial advisor is quite crucial, because at this point in time, either on service, either on products, pricing, or benefits, an independent financial advisor is able to give you a wide array of solutions, in which you might have the best outcomes with the cheapest option out there. Right, and then lastly, not lastly, but the fifth one, after I've provided you with that information as to whether you agree with it or not, or which one you agree with, we'll take it from there and implement it. As I did mention, either through a financial portfolio or executing the financial advice that we gave you. And then lastly, on the six steps of financial planning, it's very important to have this. As I did mention, you take your information. We know where you are now. That's your current financial position. We know where you want to go, or what you want to save up to, or what you want to achieve financially. So supposing that you want to invest or save for your child's education in the next 10 years, and say maybe when we do an analysis you need about 1 million rands, but in order for you to get to 1 million rands within 10 years, maybe it requires you more money than you currently have. We don't leave it at that. What we do is provide you with a solution that will fit however much you're able to afford at the moment, but reviewing your financial plan either quarterly, biannually, or year on year is quite crucial in order for you to best enjoy the benefits of financial planning, and you lose them as milestones. Right, so I'll quickly jump into budgeting as an important tool for financial planning. I did mention quite a lot of it during the first section of this talk. Now, a budget helps to understand how much you're wasting and how much can be your disposable income, right? So affordability is not always an issue when you deal with clients. You know it yourself as a client that there are times whereby if you need a life policy of 5 million rands, and maybe it's requiring you to pay about 2,000 rands, depending on how old you are, you might find that maybe you can't afford the 2,000 rands. So without a budget, or with you trying to execute a financial plan without a budget, that's what leads to lapses. So that's what leads to clients not achieving their financial goals at the end of the day. And you sharing your budget with someone objective like your financial advisor or your wealth manager is quite crucial, because they'll keep you accountable and they'll be objective about what's happening. So affordability is always an issue when you want to implement a financial product. So that's where you can use a budget as a crucial part of your financial planning process. Now, let me mention the last parts of our talk. So, the pillars of financial strategy. What does it mean when when we say a person has a proper financial portfolio? It's when you have at least four components of financial plan. That's risk management, will usually be your insurance, either long term or short term. When you have your investments or investment plan, it might be lump sum or it might be recurring. Where you have your retirement planning, this might be your pre-retirement or post-retirement planning, and lastly, estate planning, in which it engulfs all of them and it gives you a proper view of your financial situation. So with this, it's hard to say anything can happen within your financial life and you won't be protected. Thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the week.